Newsflash, ABC has joined the ranks of media outlets, American media outlets, joining the side of the Iranian regime and promoting their propaganda to Americans in the United States.
Escalating in the growing war with Iran as new violence and military moves unfold across the region. The U.S. military says 6 American service members were killed when a refueling aircraft crashed in Iraq, while at the same time, the Pentagon is sending thousands of Marines to the Middle East. Meanwhile, strikes continue in both Tehran and Israel as the death toll from the war climbs into the thousands. Eyewitness News reporter Lauren Glassberg is in the newsroom with the very latest. Lauren?
Sade, gas prices are up. Travel in and out of the Middle East has been all but halted. And now we have learned that Formula One races in Bahrain and Saudi Arabia have been canceled. Those races were set to happen in April. This war now in day 14, and the impacts continue to widen.
I want you to look at the alignment. This is another news outlet claiming that the impact of the war is continuing to widen. This is called the mockingbird effect. They figure if they say it enough, you'll begin to believe it. You're going to hear Secretary of War Pete Hegseth dispute this claim about this alleged widening that the media, our own media, is planting in the minds of Americans that what Trump is doing in Iran is wrong.
It's like this whole idea of the war widening. That's what the press wants to make it look like it's widening and chaos is ensuing. No, we're actually closing in on grabbing hold of and controlling what objectives we want to achieve and how we want to achieve them.
The bellicose talk continues from the defense secretary today. More strikes on Iran by both the U.S. and Israel, the IDF targeting the regime's various command centers. A blast heard in the background while this interview took place in Tehran. Meanwhile, Iran is broadcasting satellite images to show damage at bases through the Middle East that host American troops, though the damage is hard to perceive.
As we watch the rest of this news segment, I want you to pay attention to the upper left-hand corner. You're going to see IRGC, which stands for Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. This is the Iranian army, the Iranian military information that's being fed to the United States through ABC. Now, why would they be giving ABC this information if it does not support their regime? Think about that. Process that. You have an American institution of mass medium of communication promoting Iranian regime propaganda to Americans. I want you to process that. Talk about Benedict Arnold.
Perceive. A missile attack by Hezbollah, an Iranian proxy, caused damages and injuries in northern Israel. And Iran's been able to effectively shut down the transport of oil through the Strait of Hormuz. The U.S. has eased oil sanctions on Russia to work around this. President Trump acknowledging that Russian President Vladimir Putin may be helping Iran.
I think he might be helping him a little bit, yeah, I guess, and he probably thinks we're helping Ukraine, right?
Meanwhile, the State Department's offering rewards for information on IRGC's leaders, including the new Supreme Leader, Mojtaba Khamenei, who may be injured, and the Islamic Resistance offering its own bounty for American officials or security personnel in Iraq. The U.S. Embassy is warning U.S. nationals there to keep a low profile.
You have people that have been railing against Donald Trump being a king, being a dictator. And look who the media is now supporting. They are mourning over the death of the Ayatollah Khomeini, a dictator, a man who was in office for over 30 years. Is that not a king? Maduro, the same thing. Notice how the reaction of each of these countrymen and women when they heard that their leader had fallen, was no longer in the picture. Notice their reaction, but look at how our media reacts to this.
Or more fake news from CNN. Reports that the Trump administration underestimated the Iran war's impact on the Strait of Hormuz. Patently ridiculous, of course. For decades, Iran has threatened shipping in the Strait of Hormuz. This is always what they do, hold the strait hostage. CNN doesn't think we thought of that. It's a fundamentally unserious report. The sooner David Ellison takes over that network, the better.